ones. Great rise, loved ones. You know who it is. It's your girl, Queen Goddess, the King Advocate. It is Melanated Monday. We're going to get started in a minute. I just wanted to come in a little earlier for those of you who need a little extra time. Okay, so get on in here. I'm going to get Facebook set up, and we're going to get it crack-a-lacking. All right. What's going on, Facebook? Great rise, great rise. It's your girl, Queen Goddess, the King Advocate. You know what it is. It's Melanated Monday. It's Melanated Monday. So come on in here. Let's get this conversation started, shall we? Tonight's probably going to sound more like a vent, but it's all good because it's not a vent at all. Let me make sure I have all these other distractions turned off. That one, for instance. Give 1 second. Everything's turned off. All right, we don't want no distractions. None of that shit, okay? Tonight's discussion is blackface, white supremacy. I'm intending to probably piss people off tonight on purpose, with purpose. Because that's what I do. And sometimes it's necessary to do just that, and I'm okay with it. It's about informing people, educating people on what's really going on, how to change some things that need to be changed, bringing attention to some things that we might not be paying attention to, but are definitely causing us to be dealt with a certain kind of way. So that's what we're doing tonight. What's going on, cousin? Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. For anybody who joins me for the first time, or you haven't been here in a long time, you forgot how I do, how I get down, right there, right the feelings. All right, I give it to you raw and real. All right, I don't have any issue with people expressing their opinions, their thoughts, their concerns, questions. I got no problem with that. Bring some information. You can, if I'm wrong, correct me, whatever. Do all of that. Bring your mama and them, bring your cousins, bring your co-workers. I don't care. You got 19 personalities, bring them all. We can talk. Just don't bring your damn feelings because they're going to get crushed, okay? Like, that is my intention, is to crush feelings. What's going on, Clarence? Thank you, beloved, for being here. I appreciate you. Hopefully this conversation tonight is going to really provoke some thoughts, because that's what I intend to do every time I get on here. So I'm going to give folks a moment to get in. If you want to call and join the conversation, please feel free. The number is 770-906-5271. Again, 770-906-5271. If somebody wants to post that, that would be cool. If not, I will be repeating it throughout the broadcast. We're scheduled to be here for an hour, but we're going to be here for as long as it takes on this particular subject tonight. Okay? If you are easily offended, get the hell up, like, right away. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. Be gone, because I'm going in. This is what I do, okay? Forgive me if I'm looking in two different places, because I'm broadcasting from two different platforms. So nonetheless, again, tonight's conversation, the topic is blackface, white supremacy. This is some real shit, okay? And it needs to be addressed. And some people, a lot of people probably don't know what it is, don't know what it looks like. So I'm going to educate you, okay? I'm going to give you some information. I'm going to give you some examples. And again, hopefully it will just provoke you. It will provoke you to think and do some things. If you get off my broadcast at any time and you feel good, I have done something incorrect, all right? So my vow to you is to make you think. It may piss you off, and that's all right, but it's to provoke your thoughts, okay, and hopefully to change your behavior. So, getting right in. Anytime I get on here and discuss particular topics, it's usually based on something that I've witnessed, I've participated in, or whatever, and it needs to be addressed. This is also one of those moments. I'm not going to go into the complete detail of the specific, but I will give you a general scenario of what has taken place and what tends to take place. So I'm in conversation with a few people, and the subject, general subject, it was all good. It was amongst Black women, Black men, and it's what we talk about, things that affect us. And a non-Black participates in the conversation or gets brought into the conversation and basically gives their thought, their views on this Black subject matter. So what I said was that we're having a conversation on a Black matter, okay, that affects Black people. And a non-Black comes in with their thoughts, their opinion, their beliefs, whatever, on how this Black situation should be handled. So I listen. I try to respect people's thoughts and things. I respect it. I may not agree with it, but I respect it. You have a right to say what you will. You also have a right to get your ass handed to you when you are wrong. So this is where we're at. It was necessary to just speak on the fact that what you're bringing, the information that you're bringing, is probably valid, but it don't work for us. That's not what we do. This is not how we communicate. This don't work. This is not our language. So that right there, that's for y'all. Okay? And please note, there's no hate in this. There's no hate at all. It's just a matter of fact. Okay? So what happens is one of the Black people that were in this conversation jumps to the side of the non-Black, to the white woman. Let me just make that clear, to the white woman, who I have no issues with, okay? But it was more of a defending what she's saying and making it a point, if you will, that we should basically pay attention to what she is saying in regards to our issues. Again, I don't have any problem with people in what they do, with their profession, what they learn, what they think they know, how they process. I don't have an issue with all of that, but certain things everybody is not privy to. Everybody, no matter what you've learned, if you haven't experienced certain things, you're just not going to know. And that's with anybody. If you haven't experienced it, you're not going to really be able to give a real informed thought. I'll put it that way. Real informed thought about what's going on. So here's what we do. Getting off that scenario, here's what we tend to do. Black people have a tendency, for whatever reason, to want to please and appease white people. And I'm just going to be blunt with it. We have a tendency to want to pacify them, to make them feel comfortable, to want to make them feel safe, make them feel unthreatened, make them feel superior. We have a tendency of doing that. And I would guess that behavior is conditioned through what we have learned through our history, or through a history of slavery pinned upon Black people. Okay? You have those Negroes that were in the field Negroes. And then you had those Negroes that were in the house, that had somewhat of a privilege, if you will, being the house Negro. The field Negroes were treated as animals. They served the point of basically getting the crop and being the crop and taking the crop, just receiving all the bullshit, okay? They were that. That's what they were classified as. The house Negro, they didn't do the field work per se, but they had a certain position in the household. But because they were directly next to, if you will, massa, there was this sense of privilege that was taken on in the minds of the house Negro. Okay, there was a feeling of superior to the field Negro, a feeling of loyalty to massa because they are being permitted to be in the house with massa, and given what they would consider more privileges than the field Negro, because perhaps they were handed the scraps opposed to having them thrown at them or just having them left and having to fend for themselves. Just go get them. Whatever the case is, I wasn't there. Okay, we're basing this off of what is written and told history. Okay, simply that, written and told history of what has gone down. Now, the going back just a smidgen, still during this time, there is a mentality that is being conditioned amongst Black people, the field Negro and the house Negro. There's a mind conditioning that is occurring. The house Negro is being led to believe that he or she is better than the field Negro, that they have more privileges, that they have more rights, that they serve more of a greater purpose, whatever the case is. The house Negro may have been more lighter skinned than the field Negro. They may have had a different texture of hair than the field Negro. Whatever it is, the field Negro believes that they are greater than. The house Negro believes that they are greater than the field Negro. Okay, this method has gone on continuously in other than just that part of the mentality. It has taken place in the shades of skin, the educational level, the economic level, age level, to whatever it is, gender, everything. There is a competition continuously amongst Black people in everything, and that's a conditioning. So what has happened with those who have taken on the mindset of the house Negro, they have fallen into the protect massa mode at all costs. Protect massa at all costs mode. Defend massa at all costs. No matter what. Even though they still being called nigger, okay? Still being called nigger. But because this nigger is in the house, they don't perceive themselves to be a nigga like the field nigga because they in the house. Nonetheless, the mentality is that because they are more privileged, that they must defend massa. They must agree with massa. They must hold out whatever massa's plans are, whatever his agenda is. They are to uphold it. They are to live it out. They are to be the colored overseer of the coloreds, if you will. Okay, this is how this thing goes down. So what the house nigger does is basically be, hey Patricia, is basically be um, the teller, if you will. They're the tactile teller, if you will. They are the in between massa and the field niggas. So massa would give instruction to the house nigga to go tell the field nigga what massa want. Okay, regardless to what it is. If massa said go out there and whip these field niggas, and I mean literally whip them, that's what the house nigga did. The house nigga did what massa said with no question because of the loyalty that they had toward them. What happens with that? House nigga, not overstanding, understanding, no standing whatsoever. The trauma, if you will, that's being invoked the repetition of what's going on. They're not understanding what they are doing to the rest of the people. And I'm not just going to say the field niggas, okay? Just what they're doing, period. They're not understanding that because all they see is that they have some type of privilege. All they're concerned with is making Massa happy, is agreeing with Massa, doing whatever Massa says. So they're doing that, not having any sense of understanding of what damage is actually being done. Here's what goes on. Let's be real. When you are doing, or when you allow yourself to be used, utilized, pimped out, hold out, whatever, by anybody, and I mean anybody, but particularly of another race against your own people, you are taking on the mentality of that individual. So we're talking about blackface white supremacy. You are taking on the mentality of a white supremacist. You are living out the dreams, if you will, of a white supremacist. You are thinking along the same lines of a white supremacist because of your behavior. You are doing whatever is necessary to please and appease this white man or woman, whatever it is. When you think that way, you have already agreed that white is supreme based on your behavior. It doesn't matter what your mouth says. Your behavior says white is supreme. Your behavior says I'm less than. Your behavior says I'm agreeing with Massa. Your behavior says I'm the house nigga, period. Regardless to what your mouth says. This needs to be addressed it needs to be addressed to everyone. Okay, y'all know I don't sugarcoat shit. I don't bite my tongue. I'm not trying to hide it from nobody. If you get offended, then you might need to be offended. Maybe you are part of the problem, because it is a problem. Anytime you, I don't want to say just check or embarrass, belittle, whatever. I can't even find the words right now. But anytime that you do this against your people to pacify other people, you have shown yourself to be the house nigga. This is just a fact. This is a problem. And it happens all the damn time. All the damn time. I have an issue, and this is me. I have an issue with us telling on each other. Tattling. I got a problem with that. Okay? If we got a problem with each other, we need to be able to go to one another and discuss the issue. It shouldn't be no need to call in no third party, and I mean legal third party, whatever, no overseer, none of that shit. If we got an issue between me and you, brother and brother, sister and sister, brother and sister, husband and wife, whatever the case is, I don't care what it is, who it is, how it is, why it is. We need to be able to discuss these things amongst ourselves and correct them. If we can't do them in our household, then we need to be able to do it within our community. But it needs to be amongst people that look like us, who live our experience, that know us. Okay? Period. Nobody can tell our story. Nobody can live our life but us. So to go outside of us looking for help between us, it's not going to happen. And trust and know, I didn't say believe, trust and know that when you're seeking the assistance from somebody that is outside of yourself, or outside of who can directly relate to your plight, your life, your whatever it is that you live in, you're going to get information based on their plight, if they have it, based on their information, based on their studies, their understanding. You're going to get information that's going to cause you to think just like the individual that's giving it to you. And if you think I'm lying, try it again. Listen to the things that you have been told and see how you're responding to that when you're being given information by somebody that don't look like you, by somebody that don't give a shit about you, by somebody that doesn't understand you at all. At all. This is not a hate thing. Y'all, those that know me know me. If you know me, you know me. This ain't got shit to do with no hate. None of that. It's about checking what's wrong here. It's checking what's wrong. This is a problem. There's no way in hell that I should have a problem with my brother and then seek help with our issue with a white man, a white woman, an Asian man, an Asian, whatever, anything outside of this man here or somebody that look like him that can understand us, that can understand what we deal with. There's no way I should do that because they cannot understand or understand how we as a people communicate, how we think, how we move, how we feel, how we process, how we experience anything. There's no way it happens. We shouldn't even be looking to anybody outside of us to help us with our shit. I got a problem with this. And if you got a problem with it, or if you got a problem with, I'm saying, if you have a problem with me having a problem with it and you want to discuss it, call 770-906-5271. Because I'm not going to change my mind. Okay? What's going on, Kayline? Thank you for being here, beloved. I appreciate you, loved one. And Big Herm, thank you, love, for being here. I appreciate you as well, cousin. I appreciate you for being here. I love you too, Kayline. Appreciate you all for being here. And Patricia, I appreciate you for being here, loved one. Like I said, tonight is probably more of a vent with some information. This certain shit shouldn't go on. Like I said, I'm not going to go too much into, the details of anything because it didn't directly involve me, but it affected me. Okay? It affected me. There's never a time that we should be going outside of us. We should not have, let me calm down for a minute. It should never be a time where we cannot sit with one another and have a discussion about what is going on with us. What's going on, Luke Cage? Thanks for being here, loved one. I appreciate you. Yo, like I said, if you all have any questions, comments, or concerns, you want to call in, feel free to do so. 770-906-5271. For those of you who are just joining, we are discussing, the topic is blackface, white supremacy. So again, if you want to call in, it's 770-906-5271. If you want to call in and share, if you got a question, comment, and you got some information you want to share, please feel free to do that. Tom B was there. He retracted his message. It was only hate, so I guess he got off. So nonetheless, this is what it is. All right. I'm just sick of some shit. Excuse me. 770-906-5271. I know some of you all have probably experienced being called out, if you will, by somebody that look like you to somebody that don't. Being shamed, if you will, embarrassed, belittled, whatever, in front of somebody that don't look like you. The sad thing is, when it's done, people don't realize that that's what they're doing, and it will continue. They don't realize that's what is happening, and it continues over and over again. People, I'm gonna be transparent because I used to do this until I stopped giving a fuck. Okay, I was raised in a Jewish community, predominantly white. I went to a Catholic school. I went to a Methodist church. I lived in a white community. Okay, I grew up a certain kind of way. My dialect was different. Okay, because of what I was around. So people on the phone only misjudged what I looked like because I sounded differently on the phone. So when they saw me, it's like, oh, okay, oh, that's not okay. Because I conformed to the language and the sound of the European, because that's what I was around. Not even knowing that I was doing that. And so I had to hear myself actually talk and realize that's what I was doing. And I stopped giving a fuck. I just started being me continuously because I love me. We got a caller on the phone. Who are we talking to?
Yo, what's going on, y'all?
What's going on, loved one?
Very interesting topic today, yo.
Indeed. It was on my mind. I was planning to have a different conversation, but this is what it is. What's your thoughts? What's going on?
Yo, I feel you 100% on this thing. I feel you. I mean, you know what? But a lot of it is subconscious. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When we don't check our thoughts and we don't be mindful of what we feed ourselves subconsciously, we will definitely do this consciously and not be aware of it.
Right.
Like most of the things we think, most of the things we find to be define success, define, they're told by white people.
Right.
It was given to us. Right. We have to pay attention to what we believe.
Right.
We have to pay attention to what we feed our spirit, and we have to pay attention to why we believe this shit.
Absolutely.
There are so many people running around here with old ass information or just traditions that don't work. But they live by it. They swear by it. But if you sit the hell down, ask, when has it worked? It's time to stop this shit. Like, I was in a situation Thursday. You know what I'm saying? And, this white lady with this Sesame Street bullshit want to talk about trying to put this on black people. But we got too many issues going on to listen to this little teaspoon of sugar make the medicine go down and shit. Understand? But some of the blacks in that situation ate that shit up. And I want to ask, you tell me with your black ass, how can you relate to this?
Right.
This is some bullshit. We gotta stop this shit. Stop letting other people tell you how you're supposed to feel.
Exactly.
But as black people, we so used to being told what's right, what's light, what's dark, what time it is, what job you should take, what's your love language. I mean, we so used to people telling us what to do. We're comfortable with it. We accept it from a white person.
Right.
That's why, for example, this Kamala Harris shit. And white people know this. And the more we actually think we're going to start being black, we throw a black person out there with the white agenda.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we swear by it, and we just keep going and going and going. We need to sit down and have a conversation with ourselves and ask ourselves, why do we believe what we believe? And I promise you, you're going to be sitting your ass down for a long fucking time because you ain't going to come up with too many answers.
Right. And even if you come up with an answer, it's probably going to be based on a white thought. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't even realize that a lot of the thoughts that they have are not even theirs. You know what I'm saying? But they've had it for so long that it's assumed, well, I've had it all my life, so it belongs to me. Okay. If that's what you accept as a truth, then that's your truth. You know what I'm saying? But we are just so fucked up out here with just the way that we think. And it made me go back a few months ago. We were kind of talking about this before as far as the white supremacy thinking. And it was just dealing with the behaviors of men, right? And again, this ain't no shoot down. You know, I don't do that. But I came to have this epiphany, I guess, if you will, that there are certain things that black men do that continue on the mentality of the white man toward black women.
Oh, hell yeah. Absolutely. Think about it. White men own the media. They own the radio waves. Yeah. They know what to do. They know what to do to perpetuate this shit. That's why only black women can be called bitches and shake your ass and it's acceptable. Right. Only in a room full of black women can a man of any color get on TV and say, bitch, and all the black women in the room laugh. Right. Or they all jump to the dance floor. Right. Even white rappers talk about black women as bitches.
Exactly.
Because it's controlled by white people. Jewish people, they said, hey, he said about No other race will ever do no shit like this. But y'all degrade y'all women, y'all do this, and we make money.
Right. Yep. Every time. We just don't think. We ask permission to, first of all, we ask permission to think. And then we ask, now what should we think about? How should we think? That, you know, tonight was a vent, yo. Because it's been on my mind for a minute. We doing too much and too little. Too much and too little.
I mean, the biggest trick to me, I find that is that you got people who think we supposed to help everybody.
Right.
We so fucked up. Who the fuck who need our help?
Right.
Nobody calls us to fix a problem.
Right.
They call us to do the work.
Exactly.
For their problem. And then
right.
you take your ass back home with your same problem that you had before you left your house.
Right.
We gotta stop thinking about we gotta stop eating this bullshit. But we want peace. But the minute, a prime example, we want peace. We want peace, we want tranquility. But the first time the white man say we going to war, what they do? They set up a damn army recruitment shop in the hallway of your damn church.
Right. Okay.
And in the hallway of your church. Right. But when it's a black issue, we want peace. Right. We want to figure out how to resolve this peacefully. But when the white man got a problem and said 73% of the troops are black, of the ground troops are black in the front line, yo, we the first to sign the fuck up.
Absolutely.
We think more of them than we do ourselves subconsciously.
Absolutely. That black-faced white supremacist. Absolutely. Always promoting the agenda. It's like you said, subconsciously, not even realizing, because it's been being done, so long that it's become natural. It's an unnatural, natural behavior now. And then you can't correct them on it. You know what I'm saying? Like it becomes difficult to correct people in their fucked up ass thinking and behavior, because that's all they know. That's what they're comfortable in. They don't want to know nothing else. They don't want to know.
I'm feeling.
But in their not know, and like I said, I don't have a problem. You have a right to not know. You have a right to not want to know. You have that right. However, your not knowing and then speaking out on anything in your not knowing is causing a whole lot of extra bullshit to occur to other people who don't know and may be looking to you to know.
Gospel. Well, I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm gonna finish watching, but yeah, that's gospel right there. Cause I see that shit a lot.
Yeah, it happens far too much.
All right.
I appreciate you calling in, loved one. All right, so if anybody else want to call and share your thoughts, comments, concerns, questions, whatever, feel free to do so. Again, the number is 770-906-5271. If you ain't scared, share the video. If you're scared, share the video. If you are concerned with what I'm saying and think it's going to be too controversial and start some shit, share the video. That's all I'm saying. Let's have this conversation. Let's stop hiding behind some bullshit and talk about the bullshit that's going on and stop the bullshit. It's just too much. It's too much. I ain't gonna say what I got a problem with. A problem is people that are on these platforms, be it radio, TV, Instagram, whatever, Facebook, whatever, that hold any type of a media, that have any type of media platform. Get on there and discuss things that are detrimental to the audience. It's detrimental. No worries, loved one. Thank you for being here. Javaris, thank you, loved one, for being here. I've been missing you. I appreciate you for being here. So you just got off the conference. That's all good. But yeah, call in if you want to call in. 770-906-5271. Again, for those of you who are just joining, the conversation is blackface white supremacy. What does that look like? It looks like black people promoting white supremacist agenda. That's what it looks like. It looks like black people thinking from the mind of white people. That's what it looks like. It looks like black people being the overseers over other black people through the mindset of white people. That's what it looks like. It looks like us degrading one another in front of white people and thinking it's cute or it's okay, it's acceptable because we want to appease white people. That's what it looks like. I'm over it. It looks like us being in agreement with white people and changing the way we talk and how we listen and how we proceed and all kind of shit just because they white, because we want them to feel comfortable. We don't want them to be afraid. We don't want them to look at us some kind of way. We don't want them to classify us as being angry black individuals. They do this shit anyway. Matter of fact, they provoke the shit. It's provoked. This is not a hate discussion, so don't get it twisted. This is not a hate discussion. This is information being given that needs to be heard and processed. Indeed, Javaris, we have a lot going on. Indeed, we do. It needs to be processed because we're doing it too much. We are thinking along the lines of the same individuals that are here to oppress us. We are taking on their mindset. We have become accustomed to and I think it's assimilated to their culture, to their way of thinking. We want to be just like them because we want to have what they have. We want to have access to what they have access to. We want to be considered equal to. Get the fuck out of here. Cut it out. I'm just so over it. I'm over it. Again, this is not a hate conversation against any people. It's about a behavior and a thought. Do I hate the behavior? Absolutely. Do I hate the thinking? Absolutely. I'm here to give you what you need to correct that shit. I hope somebody and everybody on here that watches this gets provoked, because that's what I'm here to do, is to provoke you to think differently and to do something different. Do something about it. If you don't like what I'm saying, check it. Check yourself first. Check your own behavior. Check your own thinking. Check what you've done to one another. Look at what we do. We are, generally speaking, a lot of us have become Stephen in Django. Y'all know who Stephen was. That was Samuel L. Jackson's character, Stephen. He was the house nigga. That's the one who believed that he had privileges. He was Massa's boy. He was going to do whatever Massa said. He was going to talk to Massa about the field niggas like they wasn't shit because he was a house nigga. So let's down talk them field niggas because they different than me. They're different than you, Massa. They ain't as good as you, Massa. They don't think like you, Massa. They don't move like you, Massa. This is what we do. This is what we doing to each other. We Steven each other. Everybody is Steven. Django, it's time for Django to show the fuck up. That's all I'm saying. I hope y'all mad right now. Honestly, I hope you pissed. I hope I'm provoking the shit out you. To think. Just think what you're doing. This is one of the reasons why I do Melanted Monday. And a reason why I don't come on here every single week. My purpose to come on here was to give information, to enlighten, to educate, to uplift, to empower, or to remind us about the power that we have individually and collectively if we use it as Black people. The days that I don't show up is because I don't have nothing to say. I don't have anything that's going to uplift, encourage, empower, provoke, whatever. I don't have that. I'm not going to come on here and talk no bullshit to y'all. That's not my agenda. That's not what I'm going to do. That's what the radio does. That's what the television does, the television. That's what they do. I'm not doing that shit. That's what you can go to these other little playful ass platforms and get laughs or whatever. You can get that there. You're not getting that here. That's not why I'm here. I'm here to give you information, period. Give you facts. Give you intelligent thoughts. Even if I'm incorrect, It's based off of something intelligent. It's based off of some information. Even if I'm processing it incorrectly, if I've learned it incorrectly, you can still go look the shit up. Check it out. Check me on it. I'm not going to be that one to come to you and give you no bullshit because I know that you're listening. And as people that have platforms, be it on the radio, be it on television, be it on Facebook, be Instagram, whatever it is, if you have a platform, just my thoughts, knowing that people are listening and people will follow what you're saying, we have a responsibility to give them nourishment in education and information and stop feeding them slop that's just going to kill them and make them brain dead. We have a responsibility to do that. And if we're not doing that, then we shouldn't be talking. That's just my space. That's where I'm at. If we're not giving the people what they need in order to see change that is necessary, then we shouldn't give them shit. Or at least let them know ahead of time, I'm about to give you shit. You're not going to learn nothing from it. You're not going to be edified. You're not going to grow. You're not going to gain nothing from this. It's strictly entertainment. If you give them that disclaimer ahead of time, roll with it. They got a right to choose where they want to be. But when people come to your platform, and I'm specifically speaking about mine, okay? When people come here, they know what they get. That's why a whole bunch of folks don't come here, because they know what they get. You already know this ain't finna be no bullshit. You already know I'm not finna sugarcoat nothing. I'm not finna hide nothing. I'm not finna run behind nothing. And I'm not pacifying no damn body. Period. I am not finna be that black-faced white supremacist. If white people are doing something that's fucked up, I'm gonna let it be known. If black people are doing something that's fucked up, I'm gonna let it be known. If the Asians are doing something that's fucked up, I'm gonna let it be known. Period. The only way for us to ever see any kind of change in anything, if we want anything to be better than what it is right now, then we have to start addressing the issues for what they are and stop hiding behind them and stop trying to pacify the people that we're talking about. They know they fucking up. They know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing, which is why they keep doing it. And being the black-faced white supremacists, that's an encouragement for them to continue doing it. We're giving them permission to hate us. We're giving them permission to draw a false picture of us. We're giving them permission to disrespect and demean us. We're giving them permission to do it. And we're volunteering as foot soldiers to carry on this agenda against our own selves and then wonder why we so fucked up out here. Wonder why we can't just get along. Wonder why we keep going at each other's throats. Wonder why this crabs in a bucket mentality. Because of this shit. Because of this shit. Fuck your feelings for real. This is what it is. Man, can y'all tell I'm in my feelings a little bit? Because pissed off is an emotion. But I'm still giving you facts. I'm still giving you facts. Black-face supremacy, black-face white supremacy is real. It is happening all the damn time. All the time. I'm going to encourage you. If you see it, if you hear it, if you know about it, check it. Correct it on the spot. Make people uncomfortable with being comfortable with talking bullshit about us. Make people uncomfortable with thinking it's okay to lay out their opinion on how we should do things according to what makes them feel good. Make some folks uncomfortable. It's time to be uncomfortable. Shake some shit up. It's time to be uncomfortable. That's the only way shit changes. The only way things move. Change the narrative. Change the thinking. Change your position where you have been placed. Stand on some dignity. I think I'm done. If y'all want to call in, somebody want to call in real quick, do so. 770-906-5271. 770-906-5271. I'm going to give you like 2 minutes to make that phone call. Otherwise, I'm going to piece the hell out of here because I said it and I'm not going to unsay it. I'm not going to unthink it. I'm not going to undo it. Y'all going to see some shit. That's all I'm saying. All right. Again, to anybody that if you hold a platform, people are listening. They're listening for something. If you are for entertainment purposes only, let that be known. Just say that we ain't talking about shit. This show right here ain't about shit. You're not gonna learn shit. I'm not gonna give you shit. We're not doing shit. None of that. If that's what you're looking for, get off. Give them a disclaimer. I'm cool with that. Whatever you want to do, you have a right to that. We've been poisoned. Give us the antidote. Get a vaccine for ignorance. Get that. Let's do that. Let's cure that. Okay? All right, y'all. I've said what I needed to say. I didn't think it was going to go a full hour, and we just like 10 minutes out, so I'm not going to drag this shit on. Anyway, if you all have not already gotten your shirts, t-shirts, hoodies, whatever the case is, and you're still interested, please go to my website, myomywellness.com, MYOMY wellness.com. Get your I Am the Solution on Purpose with Purpose shirt. I appreciate you for being here, loved one. I'm wrapping it up already. I said what I needed to say. Please replay this, and if you ain't scared, share it. Even if you're scared, share it. We got to stop being scared. Share it, okay? But I want you to watch it first so you know what the hell I'm talking about. The conversation, the topic was blackface, white supremacy. And I think I gave some examples of what that looks like. That really affects us because people that do it or when it's being done, the consequences of it are not being considered. And we had a caller that says well, sometimes it's done unconsciously. And I agree with that. But we need to start being aware of everything that we're aware of. We need to really start thinking. And sometimes, before several times, sometimes people's thinking privileges needs to be suspended. Period. Don't do thinking. That's what you're doing today. I'm gonna need you not to do that. Hold up a week. Hold up a month. Whatever. Matter of fact, don't think no more this year. What to do since you like just listening and following. I'm gonna tell you what to do. Just do it. I'm just saying. Sometimes it's just like that. All right. So if you will, please just replay the video. Share it if you ain't scared. Even if it. When we gonna have enough? And there's two. Those are instructions. Okay, stop giving so much of a damn on how other people think and feel about you as or us as a people, as a culture, as an individual, whatever. Stop giving so much of a damn about that, about other people outside of you and us. And also be accountable for our actions. Absolutely, that's number one. That's number one. Be accountable, but we don't want to do that. Accountability causes change. With accountability, there's responsibility. People don't want that. They want to continue to be blissful in their ignorance. But the problem is your ignorance ain't making you happy. Your ignorance of not knowing makes other people happy. That's what it is. Ignorance is bliss to the people who are trying to oppress, to the people who are trying to pull the wool over your eyes, to the people who are trying to control or maintain control. It's blissful that you don't know. I want to know. You got that right, but you also got a right to suffer the consequences of choosing not to know. That's all I'm saying. Y'all know what it is. I love you on purpose with purpose. Check me out next week or Thursday. Well, we'll be here Thursday. Ladies roundtable discussion on the move, unscripted on purpose. 8 o'clock, 8 to 10. I'm usually live about 8:30-ish after we have said our hellos. We'll be live. And then again, next week, I'll have a guest on next week. And also the following week, there'll be a guest on that week as well. I'm going to do something to people that drop their Cash App. I'm going to bless you with a little something. So just drop it. And no, it ain't going to be no $100. I guarantee you that. All right? Ain't going to be that. So it is, what time is it? It's 9:49. You got till 9:51 to drop that Cash App. And I'm gonna bless you with it. All right. You said, I know I chimed in at the right time, and definitely sharing. That's what's up. I appreciate you. So if you want a little something, you got 2 minutes. After that, I'm done. All right. I love y'all on purpose, with purpose. I'll see you again next time. Peace.